Hey, everybody. Welcome to Cardboard Commander. My name is Jerry, and I am your host. Welcome to the first episode of Zone of Control podcast. We will be doing this podcast once a week going forward for no more than 30 minutes. And we're doing this actually as take number 2 because we got about 9 minutes into the last one and my internet went out. So hopefully we have better luck with this time. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Jerry James, 60 years old. I live in Northwest Arkansas. I've been playing Wargames since 1978. I really enjoy Zone of Control. Zone of Control. I really enjoy hex and counter war games, card-driven war games, area movement games, those sorts of things. I really do enjoy those. I'm learning. I haven't played any Euro games recently, but I am going to be trying to play a little more of that. And then I'll kind of go into what I play more during the podcast, but this podcast is only going to be 30 minutes. We're going to go over 3 topics and tell me what you think about it. We'll go from there and moving forward. So we're not going to delay any further. Let's go ahead and get started. So in this episode, we're going to talk about what Cardboard Commander did last week, all the videos that we did, some of the activities that we did, that sort of thing. Then we're going to talk about book and print and play games. What am I missing? So we'll get into that. And then the last part will be goals for 2025 and just kind of what we can look forward to going in the future. If you are here checking things out, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and give me any feedback. Jump in the chat. Let me know you can hear me and the video is halfway decent. So here we go. So last week, we did about 3 things last week. So we played the Thursday night showdown with ID Jester, where we played World War II Commander Battle of the Bulge from Compass Games. I did a couple live streams for the Combat Commander ladder. We're playing a resistance scenario in this month's ladder, and I kind of did a recap on that. My opponent was John Tsai from the Philippines, and he's such a good guy to play. Unfortunately, his die rolls were incredible, and he beat me up pretty good. Then we also did a couple of live playthroughs, live streams with the Battle of the Bulge, did a learning, and also kind of went over a few of the rules. And then I did playthroughs with Western Front Ace. If you guys haven't checked out, if you play Western Front Ace and you're not on the Facebook page for the campaigns, you should really give that a shot. It's a lot of fun. Ted Brayton does a great job with that. And you guys should really check it out if you play Western Front Ace. So the first thing we did is going forward, we're going to have this Thursday night showdown where we're going to get online and play live. And last week we played, like I said, World War II Commander Battle of the Bulge. I lost at the last turn. I missed a little thing in the rules or on the map, which would have made a huge difference, but it was a lot of fun. And I forgot how much fun I have playing face-to-face. And we're going to be doing a lot more than that. Now, it will be on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. I just don't know which Thursday night's going to work out for everybody. We would love to get it where it's a regular third Thursday of the month and that sort of thing. So we're working on that. Stay tuned. We're going to try to figure that out. Summertime rolls around. I do have some other hobbies besides wargaming, motorcycling, and off-road jeeping and camping. So sometimes I'm gone for extended periods of time, but we'll worry about that in the summer. So right now we're looking at Thursday nights, 7 p.m. for the showdown, and stay tuned to see more information on that. So our first topic, and I know this one's going to be a little controversial because you're going to ask, where have I been? And, why has my head been in the sand? But book games and print and play games. So look, I'm sure they are great. And I hear fantastic things about them. I see all these reviews and people playing them. They do look fun. I guess I just got to get my head wrapped around the whole process of them. The book games, I know there's like 10 or 12 scenarios, and you open the game and you cut out the pieces and you can play them on the game and write in the book. Part of the fun of me playing a war game is I like to set up a game. I like seeing it out in front of me. I don't know if I can get that same experience through a book game. But let me know what you guys think. Do you play them? Why do you play them? I mean, it'd be great if you're traveling, I'm sure, which would be kind of cool. I did go check out Mike Lambo's site because it seemed like he's kind of where the bar set for book games. And I did enjoy some of that. So I did order one. And when I get it in, I'll play it and kind of do a little review and see if I'm going to enjoy it. I think the jury's still out on that, but looks like he puts together a good product. Then the next thing is the print and play surge, right? And I understand it keeps the price down, but I guess I relate print and play more to like when I go to the grocery store and I have to bag my own groceries, right? I'm paying for something, but then I wind up doing the labor to get what I'm paying for. And I kind of feel that way with print and play games. You know, you pay a fee and then you have to download the files, and now I'm cutting and I'm pasting and I'm printing, and it sounds like a lot of work, and I've paid to do this. Now, I will say I went to Neva Games after watching the Player's Aid talk about Iwo Jima, and the thing that got me to purchase this game, and actually it's a free download right now, but they are going, you know, people do ask you to pay for some of these print and play, is it has a Vassal module with it, and a very nice Vassal module. And I like playing Vassal. And it's one of those things that I think if I'm going to play print and play games, I'm going to want a Vassal module so I can play it online. I don't mind paying then, because then at least I can get into the game. I don't know if I'm going to be cutting out counters and putting it on card stock and all that. I don't know if I'm going to be doing all that, but I am looking forward to checking that game out and seeing how that goes. So I'll let you know how that goes. I've downloaded it, excuse me, and I think I'll be playing that in the next couple of weeks. But what do you guys think of the book games and the print and play games? Do you play them? Do you think they're good value? Do you get replayability out of them? Just what are your thoughts? Am I missing some of them? I know there's another big company that I see. I think, God, the name escapes me, but they make a box version of it as well. And so I'm sure there's some great products out there. So shoot down in the comments. Tell me which games I need to be checking out. But for now, I think the jury's still out whether I'm going to enjoy book games or print and play games. But I'd like to get your all's thoughts. So before we move on, I hope you all have got to check out Tack Up and see the 10-game war game challenge. So the whole premise behind this is to get people to put online and have some accountability for playing games during the year. And the whole concept is you pick 10 games and you play those during the year. And then if you complete all the 10 games, you throw your name in the hat. And then they're having a big show at the end of the year on the War Room, and they're giving away a bunch of stuff. And I don't really care about that. But the one thing I will say, the 2024 challenge got me playing was games that I probably wouldn't have played during that year. And it also got me the idea of starting a YouTube channel and all that. So because of course we need more YouTube channels, right? But this year's War Game Challenge, to me, they did allow you to pick 2 extra games, just in case if you pick something that's coming out and it doesn't come out on time, you have a fallback to play. But I've got my 10 games are listed here. Now, I do have on the poll on the YouTube channel of 4 games, my first game that I want to play for the War Game Challenge. And I've got Thunder Casino, Monty's Gamble, Market Garden, No Retreat, North Africa, the Crete Scenario, and Enemy Action Kharkov are the first 4 I'm looking to play. So go vote and tell me what you'd like to see. Right now, Enemy Action Kharkov is far and away the leader, so I probably will be playing that. But again, it's early. I'm not going to make a final decision until the 18th when the show is. I think that's next weekend, I think. Or is it this weekend? No, it's this weekend. So go check out the Tack Up War Game page. You have to have your list online on Facebook by January 19th. If you don't do Facebook, that's fine. Just send ID Jester an email, and you can still get your names on the list. So let me know what you guys are thinking and if you're playing in the challenge. So my objectives for 2025. So one of the things I did do in 2024 was I really wanted to play. I wanted to lower my game count, right? So to me, there's 2 types of war game individuals. There's collectors and there's players. I'm not throwing shade on anybody. You do you, right? But I at one time had 1,000 war games, and then I realized that I wasn't playing a third of those, or more than a third of those, probably 3/4 of those war games. So I started purging my collection, and now I think I'm down to about 80 games. But I can say that out of those 80 games, I'm playing those 80 games. One of the big examples was Advanced Squad Leader. I had every module, it was crazy. But the problem was I was only playing ASL. So about 6 years ago, I sold all that just in one big bulk. And now the only thing I play is Advanced Squad Leader starter kit. And that scratches that itch for that tactical type of game. But then I've gotten to play a whole bunch of other games. Like I said, I love Hex and Counter game. I'm a big 40 series guy. I like area control games. I like solo games, good solo games. And so I've really kind of narrowed my whole collection down to where that's what I'm playing, and I want to be able to play the games. So going into 2025, I want to play more games face-to-face, either in person or on Vassal. Now, I love playing in person, and if I could play most of my games in person, that would be fantastic. But as you all know, there's not a lot in Northwest Arkansas. There's not a lot of people playing war games, so I have to rely more on the Vassal part of things. And I do play a fair amount of games. Like right now, I've got 2 starter kit games on Vassal. I'm playing 2 Battle of the Bulge World War II Commander games on Vassal. I'm playing Paths of Glory on Vassal, and I'm playing Imperial Tide on Vassal. But I'd still like to play more. I like to play Vassal games where you can go to Discord, log in, you can talk back and forth. It makes the game, it's like you're there looking at each other, which is really kind of cool. And we've also started a Cardboard Commander Discord. So if you want invited to that, send me a note. I'll get you a Discord, and we have game rooms set up in there so you can play face-to-face. But really, one of the main goals is for 2025 is to play more face-to-face. I'd also like to play new people. So I'm hoping somebody reaches out on the webpage or on the YouTube channel and says, hey, I want to play this. Do you want to help me out? Would you like to play? And hey, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Bert, how are you? Yeah, good. I'm glad the volume. Yeah, unfortunately, the internet went out, and Cox Cable didn't tell people that was going out, so that's why I got flushed off. But thanks for watching again, Bert. But again, I'd like to get people to come on where they want to play something new, play something that I have, and just ask me to play. Let's play. The next goal I have for 2025 is I'm going to post a minimum of 1 video a week. It's probably going to be 2 because I'd like to do one of the podcasts and then 1 game video. It may be more if I'm doing lives or whatever, but my goal is to post a minimum of 1 video a week. I've really enjoyed the communication back and forth with people. And 3 weeks ago, well, not even that, 2 weeks ago, I had 250 subscribers, and now I'm almost at 800. So somebody seems to be enjoying the content we're throwing up. So I'm hoping to keep going with that. And then to just piggyback into that, by the end of the year, I'd like to have 2,000 subscribers. It's all about building a community, and I really would hope to try to do that. So going forward. One of the features that we're going to talk about on the podcast is I'm going to pick a YouTube channel each month to feature. And this month's YouTube channel I'm featuring is Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials. So Patrick runs the Combat Commander board, and he also does a lot of Civil War tutorials on his site. Really good videos. He's clean. It sounds good. And he's a good editor, so it keeps things flowing. You can really learn how to play some of the games. I'm not a big Civil War guy, especially the games he plays. A little too crunchy for me, but he does a great job. And if you haven't checked out his channel, go check out Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials. So if you know of a web page that I need, or a YouTube channel that I need to feature, shoot me a note, and I'll try to get them featured on the site. Try to get things, just try to get them shouted out. So the last thing I want to do is we're going to kind of talk about, first of all, feedback, right? Do you like the podcast? What would you like to see on the podcast? Do you want to see interviews? I don't know a lot of designers. And to be honest with you, I love listening to designer interviews. I just don't know if I want to redo what everybody else is doing. Look, I'm not going to lie. Mark Simonich, I love his games. Michael Ranella, I love his games. Gregory Smith, love the games. So I really enjoy listening to interviews with designers. I just don't know if I have the plug or I have the pull that would draw those people to my site. Would you like to see game reviews? Now, the one thing I will say with game reviews is I'm only going to review a game that I have, right? So I don't know how people review games that they don't own. I know some people get advanced copies and then they send them along. If I'm going to review a game, I'm going to play it, have it on the table. I'm going to touch and feel it and do all that sort of thing. And I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly, right? So you may not agree with my thoughts, but I'm going to tell you what makes the experience good in my mind and whether you should buy the game. And I will say, like last year, one of the games that surprised me so much was Viva la Emperor. I love that game. I never played a Napoleonic game. It's so well put together. It was so much fun to play, and I probably play it once every 2 months or so. So, do you want game reviews? Do you want things like that? If not, let me know too. So, hey, Christoph, how are you? Yeah, right. Yeah, the game companies. That's another thing too, right? Is um, I really like some of the smaller game companies. And look, I love GMT games. In fact, I just got a notice that I'm getting a whole bunch of games from them. That's one thing with the P500 thing, right? Is you throw your name out there and then all of a sudden they get a bunch of things in. And now my bank account's getting crushed because they're sending me all these games. Not that I'm complaining, but, you know, kind of looking into that. So basically going back to the feedback and then also my thoughts on favorite games, right? So watching other people play games is one of the ways that I've went and purchased new games, right? So one of my things is, so I'll show you real quick. Hang on. So one of the games that's one of the favorites that I've had, and most of you have probably never even heard of it, but this is one of them. Fast Attack Boats by Yokinto. The reason this is one of my favorite games is I was a freshman in high school and I won a tournament with this game being played. And I will never sell this game. It's just one of those things that it's fun to play. I found a copy of it cheap because I'd gotten rid of mine, but I like more of those stories. And so I'd like to feature some of those stories on the podcast is, hey, what's your favorite game? What makes it your favorite game? Look, nobody else is going to say Fast Attack Boats is their favorite game but me, right? But those are the cool stories that I like to hear and that sort of thing. Also, what else would you like to? I do. We have at cardboardcommander.com. I have a blog. I know people hate to read anymore. I really enjoy still doing the blog stuff. We have a Discord channel. I have a Facebook channel. So really trying to build a community because I really want to become. I'm not doing this just for. I'm not going to get rich doing this by any means, but I want to meet new people. I want to play more. I want to play a more diversified group than what I play with now. And I want to help grow the hobby and I want to help get new people into the hobby. And so if I can do anything like that, that would be fantastic. So again, these episodes are only going to last anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. I'm not going to waste everybody's time. I would appreciate if you're not subscribed to the channel to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go to Facebook. I've got a Cardboard Commander group there. On Instagram, it's cardboard_commander because there's a 14-year-old kid in Denmark that has Cardboard Commander as his thing, and he hasn't posted on his site forever. I digress. And then there's our website, cardboardcommander.com. So before we leave, one of the things I want to talk about is I love the fact that the wargaming community is pretty supportive of each other. Right. So you bounce around to these websites. I love watching, Ardwolf's podcast. I couldn't talk for an hour and a half, but I love listening to his podcast. I love listening to the Players Aid guys. I like watching ID Gesture. That dude plays like 400 games a year or something crazy. I love the War Room. The War Room is fun because people interact in the comments. That's how I met Christoph and a whole bunch of the other guys. Is you're just always in there. There's more fun almost in the comments than listening to the show. So I really am, like I said, I've just kind of got back seriously into wargaming over the last couple of years. And I really, the internet's made wargaming so much more approachable. And I love how people are supportive. You don't see too much negativity for the most part. And if it is there, you can easily get rid of it. But going forward, guys, I really hope you appreciate the podcast. Tell me what you want to see in the next ones. Make sure you go by and check out the channel. And yeah, just reach out to me. Let's play some games. I want to play some war games. So until next time, everybody, be safe, be kind, happy war gaming. Oh, what did Christoph say? I like the chats in those shows. Yeah, absolutely. I do the same thing, Christoph, is you get to go because sometimes the chat's going so fast that you don't get to see exactly what's going on. So I kind of do the same thing. So, all right, guys, like I said, be safe, be kind, happy war gaming, and we will talk to y'all soon. Thanks for stopping by.